Hello, Divine Feminines. How are you? I'm going to do a little reading in between my moving here. I'm in a nearly empty office and doing a couple readings just gives me a break to sit down. So let's see. Oh, we had one flip over. Badger. Actually, I had a few. The ones from yesterday. I did a private last night. Okay, let's give it one more shuffle here. Vulture and Wombat. Those are two really tough energies. So we have White Raven, Trust in the Magic. One of the most magical. I actually saw a crow this morning, and that's 6'6". With its little baby. It was pretty cute. And then Pig Spirit and Deer Spirit. Use your mind wisely and bring a gentle touch, and then we have time to collaborate on the bottom. So I get the feeling from I was gonna say the most random thing there. The feminine. Look at hope and expansion. Interesting. I was just going to say, I feel like the feminine's losing a little bit of hope right now. Wow, prosperity. With all those clouds. That's such a beautiful energy. I have been talking a lot. It has rainbows coming out. And then friendship. The little squirrel. And so we have time to collaborate and partnership with the two unicorns. Bottom of the deck is polarity with the dark and the light. Oh, Divine Feminine. The gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Seek your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. And then teamwork will make better results. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Wow. You have insane cards. 10-10, enter your vortex, aligning with the infinite abundance. Holy moly. I don't know that I've ever seen 3 such positive cards. And they're like future cards. 10-10, High Priestess, expanding consciousness. Wow. 8-8, one with self-blossoming. Got that last night. And then this one was 1-1, Dark Night of the Soul. I think that's over. 8-8, speak your truth, express yourself. I do feel a pressure. It's like pushing up from my solar plexus. It's a very interesting feeling. It's going to the throat. I feel strongly that some of us are guided to speak our truth. You know, whenever you're guided, I can almost tell that this said communication. I didn't know, but I looked at it and I was like, that says communication, I know it. I feel like communication is like, the word they're using is imminent, which is kind of like a creepy word in a way. Like it's kind of foreshadowing. I don't know. I think you're about to find out, possibly through testing, or I don't like that word, but like through challenges, how much you can do. Like, you can do way more than you think you can. A lot of Libra cards coming out here. Lots of Libra. Wow, looky, looky. There's our challenges right there. There's a challenge here. There's a difficulty in these cards. What do you want to say about it, Spirit? I don't know. things are not moving forward. If this is resonating with you at all, things are not moving forward. Definitely the way you planned, the way you manifested. This is what I'm getting right here. Like, there is challenges in the way. That's so weird. That came out last night as a negative card. The World. Wow. So you end on the Star, 7 of Wands reversed. Happy family, which is 10 of Cups. Look at that. Same card. Same card right there, different decks. King of Swords. He's manifesting you. He's manifesting a conversation with you. You're very wary. I feel very wary energy here. The energy is all mixed up. He is going to come at you in a way that he knows will work. There's more to this than meets the eye. There's definitely some interesting intentions. When I did the reading last night, those readings, they always fit into the collective too. I mean, they're very specific, but the intentions was definitely of a physical nature and not like a relationship nature. I see that here too. I see that there is kind of a shift that needs to be made. So for those of you, this only applies to those of you that can, when I say this statement, you're like, yes, now I see that. That you're masculine, you might not have realized it at first. Like when I heard this statement, it was like the first time you saw your masculine, you knew he was like the person holding the most karma you've ever seen. But I didn't really know that. I could sense that there was like a weird past life thing. And that's a lot what they're talking about. What? Heart chakra. Oh man, there's a little bit of bait and switch energy here. This card has been playing these two cards. Wow, important roles. Important roles here. Very magical energy. Cobalt blue and shamanism and deep violet, indigo blue and mint green. These are the magical cards here. He's gonna say the right things. He's like, if I do this deck, I bet we get the heart with the key, because I have another, this deck has it too, and it hasn't come out for a long time now. There was a period of time it would come out all the time. You know, the one with the heart and the cage. And it comes out, but I saw Queen of Swords while I was shuffling through there. I feel like of course the twin flame card falls out. Of course. I just have been getting this message for like 2 days now of that, like, you do not know what's about to come. You don't know what's about to come. You think you know, you do not know. Whew. I have to say, there's a feeling inside of me that is weird. Well, it didn't come out, but I feel its presence here. And I forgot even what I was going to say about it because I'm so sidetracked by how intense this message is. So you both have been overthinking so much. There's something here either about writing on the skin. I know I've been writing on my skin right here, but this right here, it's either tattoos, marks on the skin, writing on the skin, or something that happened with that. It's like you guys could have said you were getting matching tattoos, or he got a tattoo in honor of you, or you did that, or something. Maybe you saw a tattoo that reminded you of him, or vice versa. Something here. It could have been the yin yang symbol. If that resonates at all, we put it in the chat, because I don't even. And also, if this resonates with you, we put 666, because that's 6 and that 9 are very important right now. But it's also that yin yang, right? It's the same thing. So we're about to come into Cancer season. Something very important about the gift of either money or prosperity or something that is owed to you is very important here. Something you anticipated getting, or you gave to somebody and anticipated returning, getting it returned. There's communication around that thing. Something with this. Or for a few of you, if you're awaiting something legal, that I think is, now remember, this is not advice, okay? From what it seems here, it appears positive in your favor, and it appears to be sped up, and it appears to be a settling of balance, of karma, of release that you have been worried about. For some of you, this could have to do with marriage. This could have to do with a partnership. The Three of Pentacles can be many different things. It's a structure that's built, you know, between two people or more. And basically, you know, it's a relationship structure. Now, I see here two different messages. This is more of a traditional reading than I usually do. Like, I usually don't pick out little things like this, but I see here, he does not, at this current time, in this current reading, have an intention to produce a stable relationship with you. That is not what I'm seeing. He wants to appear to you as a fulfillment of your fantasy and his. It goes both ways. All of this energy is going both ways. It's really important that you know that for some reason, because I see it here several times repeated. Your intuition is telling you certain things, and you're kind of in the process of deciphering them. And this is like a deciphering here. So the Libra card, it's also right over the 1-1, the 4-7, right? So this could be July 4th. I know that's weird. But from now up until July 4th, there may be some like shifting sounds is what they want to say. Things may 1 minute appear one way and the next minute they appear the next way, and you're going to have to kind of be okay in the non-stability, right? We see that palm tree in the reverse. We also see the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and this 10 of Swords, you know. This is the end of a really painful cycle here. And you're going to need to extract, right? So in the Rider-Waite, there's the 9 and the 10 of Swords. I have not felt called to use my traditional Rider-Waite in a very long time. I think it's the most important deck that there is in tarot. And, you know, if any of you really ever want to learn to read, I think you only need to ever learn to read the Rider-Waite first. Don't mess with anything else. Like, learn it for a year and, like, make best friends with it. That's what I have to say about it. But you're in the process of extracting these 10 swords from your former self. Now, I know if you know me on Instagram, or you know me, I love Taylor Swift. I love Reputation. just giving serious reputation vibes, right? It's like there's so many conspiracy theories around it. There's so much lore. There's so many swords to pull out of the back, right? And like her song is like, she can't come to the phone right now because she's dead. Basically, this is the version of you that I am talking about. There's a version of you that is no longer here to participate in these little fun shifting sand games. And that's on you, right? One with the self. You're this lotus, and that's an interesting metaphor Spirit's bringing up, you know. I once really thought I would get a lotus tattoo. And it's really interesting, like, be very cognizant of things like that, right? I have 2 tattoos. Well, I have 3, but 2 have symbols in them that you would understand. One is a turtle, and one is the sign for Jupiter with the stars. And the other one is my soul's pathway, you know, across all of my lifetimes, which is there. And they're saying, you know, be really careful with the symbols that you identify yourself with. So in Reputation, Taylor like identifies the snake, right? There's a snake energy. I guess that comes from Kim Kardashian. I really wasn't a very big fan at the time that all happened. But Reputation is my favorite album of hers. And when you identify enough with something that you want to like put it on your body, or it's your spirit animal, like the turtle was my first spirit animal. And now it's the otter, that it basically opens this portal that you're going to go through a similar kind of journey as what you're gifting yourself, right? So through the mud, the lotus grows and blooms and blossoms. And I always talk about, and so does everyone else, the dark tunnel, and then you see the light growing through the mud to the light, right? It's kind of different because you are the light, and it's a metaphor for the growth through your darkness. Sometimes we have to go through some very dark things to integrate that shadow, to integrate the fact that you are not the things you do. You're not the things you think. You're not the things you say. I know this is very hard for people that very much identify like with an ego. You're not the things you own. You're not the things you have. You're not anything. You're your soul. And part of the human experience is that we make mistakes and we have to learn from them. And sometimes those mistakes have consequences that have to be rectified. And sometimes they're very strong consequences. That still doesn't mean if you do something you regret, it doesn't make you a bad person. It does make you a person that has a regret or that made a mistake. And if you hurt someone else or worse, you know, that requires your penance of sorts. So part of our challenges are to learn how to master our thoughts, how to master our fear, how to master our mind, how to overcome these things. Ho'oponopono is a beautiful prayer. If you don't know the backstory, Joe Vitale wrote a book about it, about Dr. Hu Len. I think I'm getting her name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Who's a doctor who worked in a mental institution and who used the Ho'oponopono prayer to help incurable patients cure themselves. They're manifesting you. So we've seen that twice now. Moon energy. The moon does not create its own light, but reflects sunlight, the shadow world of deep emotions and hidden feelings. I wish I was braver. The 7 laws of prosperity. Capricorn energy, which is the fear and mind energy. I still have your shirt and I wear it. I crave you. Sphinx energy, which is, to me, like the all-knowing. It isn't, but that's kind of how I see it in this deck. It's the holder of the Akashic record on Earth. Do not run away from your shadow. Instead, run towards it. Feeling your shadow feelings will release them for you. So, your masculine, Pluto, Lemurian, rich thoughts grow money, prayer is always heard, fool's gold, and they have the mun and the soon, the sun and the moon. Your masculine has, look at double magician, and they're manifesting you. Isis energy, I'm planning to surprise you. Saturn, Gemini, you're on his mind. I miss your smell. So, those of you with Pisces placements, we're about to go through it again. Pluto, I guess. So it is Saturn and it's retrograde, and Uranus and it's retrograde. Something like that. 2 very difficult planets will be in Pisces, and there's a lot of overcoming these energies. I think Saturn's going all the way back into Capricorn for a minute. I'm not sure. I thought it already did that, honestly. Anyway, your masculine is missing you, manifesting you, thinking about you. You do have this lightning card. You have a surprise card. I get the feeling, sorry, I heard something. I get the feeling they're trying to be not, they're trying to attract to you, and they're trying to not be so like, not towerish, right? But more mysterious. There's a mysterious energy here. Whenever we have that mint green, it speaks of the mists of Avalon, right? Seeing beyond the veil, the fairy tale of Guinevere and Lancelot, and being able to be, you know, someone's knight in shining armor in a way.